A sampling pad is no longer an add-on with 2 or 3 clap samples on it. Electronic sounds are a central part in the modern pop world. So if you want to stay relevant as a professional sideman in the backbeat business, you have to know how to take care of them. The Roland SPD-SX Pro is the industry standard, and it's your job as a professional sideman to know exactly how to use it. Most drummers just throw a few samples on the pad and pray. That's not a strategy, that's a gamble. Today we're skipping the cool features and focus on the ruthless preparation required to make your SPD-SX Pro the most reliable part on stage. In this video I will give you 5 steps that will make you use your Roland SPD-SX Pro like a pro. The easiest way to work with the sampling pad is when you connect it with your computer. I will go through some basic setting changes on the pad itself, but you are so much faster and it's easier to work with when you plug it directly into your computer. Just download the SPD-SX Pro app from the Roland website and you're ready to go.
Alright, so you downloaded the app, connect your sampling pad to your computer, turn it on and then start the Roland app. Load data and start app, and then you come to the surface of the app. So click on the pen. Here you can give your kit a name. In this case it's called Frechdachs, so this is the song name, and kit memo is always the name of the artist I'm working with. So first song, and here the artist's name. Here you can adjust the kit volume. This is especially important because if the front of house says to you, man, can you bring the whole sampling pad down for this song? You can do this by going up or down here. And here you can adjust the tempo of the song. And at kit number 40, a new artist starts for me. So here are all the songs for the artist called Ness I work with. So these are some basic things to consider, but the first point I really want to make is, and this already might be controversial, but dynamics off. Because let's be honest, in a pop or rock context you don't have a lot of dynamics. I play the verse loud and the chorus is even louder. So if I hit that pad, I want 100% volume 100% of the time. So set your dynamic switch off. Here you can see I have a snare and the dynamic is off. And if it's on, you don't want this. A quiet sample sounds like a mistake. In the mix, consistency is king. And you also want to set your master knob on the pad itself all the way to the right, so the overall volume of the pad you send to your front of house is always the same. The question remains, how loud should your samples be? I always go with my gut feeling, but in the end you have to talk to your front of house. So you can adjust the volume here and also here. If I have a very loud sample, I always go a little bit down here, and the fine adjustment I do here with the volume, because you can really go into the dB detail. Yes. So if your front of house tells you, hey, 3 dB less, bam, there you go.
Step 2. Outputs. I use 4 outputs. Master out, left and right, for all general pad sounds. Loops, explosions, weird stuff and so on. Direct out 1 is the kick, direct out 2 is the snare. I want to separate my kick sounds and my snare sounds from the rest of the electronic sounds. Especially bass drum can be tricky to mix, so this way it's easier for the front of house to get a balanced sound if he or she can handle that signal alone. This way the front of house can easily adjust volumes in the heat of the battle, and they don't have to guess on which channel which sounds are coming from.
So how do you change the outputs on your sampling pad? You go to the output section, and this looks a bit complicated, but I'll go through it. So on pad 4 we have a kick sound. Kick sounds I want to send out through the direct 1. So you can see here direct 1. Not the master, you have to turn the master off. Direct 1. Then we have some snare sounds or some sounds that have a backbeat function. This I want to send to direct 2. So pad number 7, direct 2, pad number 8 is a clap sound, also direct 2. Also here, master off. Finally, we have the rest of the electronic sounds, in this case a hi-hat, or on pad 2 a loop. So for these sounds, they go through the master output. So you see pad 2, master output, and the hi-hat, pad 9, also master output. Let's look at another song if I'm really consistent with this. Let's go, for instance, to Betrunken. So we have backbeat function. Yes, direct 2, right? Then we have a kick, direct 1, and we have a loop. This goes to the master. Perfect.
So for outputs, you go to Menu, Output Effects, and here we have a snare sound, so direct 2. And phones only. Not master and phones, phones only. For bass drum sounds, direct 1, and for the loops we have the master phones and direct output off. This is how you do it. If you don't have enough channels, I would highly recommend to at least separate the kick sounds from the rest. When backing tracks are fired off from the pad, I would give the backing track one output and one output for the click track. And if you do it, please link the two together and put them always on the same pad. 1 and 2, as far away from you as possible, so no collateral damage.
To do this, you just go to pad link. On pad number 1 are your backing tracks, and on pad number 2 is your click track. So pad 1 goes to pad 2, 1, 1, and vice versa, 2, 2. So no matter which one you hit, the other one goes off as well.
Top secret pro tip. Use gaffer tape to cover the outputs you don't use. When you're at a festival and a stressed out stagehand has 30 seconds to plug you in, they shouldn't have to guess. Make it impossible for them to fail. And this is why I also labeled all my cables. Sometimes my genius is frightening. This is the cable I use for plugging my sampling pad into my stage box. Because it is not far away from the stage box, we figured out that we don't need the I-boxes, so we made this cable. Right and left for all the stereo outputs like hi-hats, loops, etc. Then direct out 1, bass drum sounds, direct out 2, snare sounds. And on the XLR side of things, so kick, snare, and the pad sounds. Great. I also use external triggers. A Roland KT10 is trigger output 1, 2, and a PD8 is on trigger output 5, 6. KT10 is here, 1, 2 trigger, perfect. The same goes for my PD8, 5, 6. Okay, so you wanna know, what is with output 3, 4? Well, 2 years ago I used a Roland BT1 on these outputs, but for the current setup it's no longer necessary. But if the artist wants some changes in the set and I have to use it again, I don't have to change anything. Step 3. Color coding. Your brain processes color faster than text. When the stage is dark and you're sweating, you need to know where the sound is without thinking. I use a strict color code for every kit, every time.
All my bass drum sounds are purple. My claps or snare sounds, everything with a backbeat function, is green. Yellow are my loops. Different sounds and special effects are light blue. And my hi-hat sounds are emerald. Yeah. To change it, just go to the pad LED section here and then zap zarap.
But I have to be honest, this can put you in major danger zone, because if you jump in as a sub and they use other colors, then you're really screwed. Step 4. Safety and redundancy. Triggers fail, cables break. If you use external triggers like I do, map the exact same sound to the pad itself. If the trigger dies mid-song, you just hit the pad. Also, double everything. 2 power supplies, 2 trigger cables. I like to have everything I can in spare. During rehearsals, keep your laptop connected to the pad via the SPD-SX Pro app. If the MD or artist wants a sound change, you do it in seconds, not minutes. Step 5. Please don't give your sound engineer 20 different kick samples for a 20 song set. Talk to the artist or MD you're working with. Do we really need these 20 samples? It's a nightmare to mix. Maybe 2 or 3 bass drum sounds are enough. Because kick sounds, as I said, can be a real drag for your front of house person.
Look at this kick sample. Next song, same kick sample. Another song, also the same kick sample. This makes the job of the front of house way easier.
Regarding samples, I typically get stems from the producer of the song, and beforehand I ask for a separate kick track, a snare or backbeat track, and the rest of the drums. It looks like this, and when I prepare the song, I'm already thinking of how I will execute this on the drum set. Will I play the song with acoustic drums, just electronic sounds, or like a mix of both, electronic in the verse, acoustic in the chorus? Who knows? When we are at rehearsal, I pitch my drum part idea to the artist, and then we will work from there. After some time you get a feeling what the artist wants from you as a drummer, but if you're at first a bit unsure what to do, remember, play what best serves the song, not your ego. I keep all my sounds organized in one master Logic session per artist, and I have a folder with the chopped up samples for every song, so I can find them easily.
I want to quickly show you how I name my samples so I can find them easily. So first the name of the song, Betrunken, and then what the sound or the sample is actually. Betrunken clap, surprise. Betrunken fill, for instance, is like a tom fill. Yes. Betrunken kick, haha. Snare, SN snare, and the verse loop.
I know that there are a lot more functions on the pad, but in this video I just wanted to show you my workflow and how to avoid the biggest pitfalls. But nevertheless, I encourage you to learn the whole machine, not just how to load a WAV file. Because let's be honest, we've all seen that guitar player showing up to rehearsal with a pedalboard held together by hope and dreams with no idea what his gear is actually doing. Don't be that guy. Especially know how to adjust threshold and crosstalk on the fly. If the subwoofers on stage start triggering your pads, you need to be able to fix that in 5 seconds, not 5 minutes. Touring as a sideman isn't about being the best player, it's about being the most reliable and not an asshole. This setup ensures that when things go wrong, and they will, the backbeat stays solid. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite animal? For me it's a lion. Subscribe.